Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. What do you think the difference is between being healed and being whole? Whole as in one piece. Healing will allow you to be well. It'll allow you to have a foundation where life is good, but it doesn't mean that you're going to move forward. It doesn't mean that you're going to take the promises that you've been given about an incredible life and make them happen. Because to do that, you need to be whole. Nothing missing, nothing broken. And so to do that, we need to look at what is your anchor identity, aka your weakness right now. There's something known as the core four. The core four is the four different aspects of us. It's what we value. It's what we look to experience in life. It is the people that we surround ourselves with. And those levels are certainty, freedom, worthiness, and love. And certainty is the foundation. We have to know what we can count on in life. Because without that, then it is always a guessing game. And this is one of the challenges that children can have when they grow up in a home of abuse and addictions, because they were never quite sure what they were walking into. And so it was walking on eggshells and going, I need to be able to read these people and read this situation and be a chameleon and fit in so I don't get hurt. And it's a constant state of protection. But when you're in a constant state of protection, you can't move into progress. So we have to know what's certain in life. And then after that, freedom. We have to be taught how to process our feelings in a way that move us forward. Unfortunately, for many though, we're taught that, as my mom would say, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? So those with drama, crisis, chaos, confusion are the ones that people pay attention to. And so we're taught, well, not to optimize our feelings for fulfillment, but actually take those feelings and have them rule us. And then we'll be able to connect with others, not in a way through progress, but through pain. And then from there, worth. How do we determine where we are in life? And we want it to be because we're at our very best. But sometimes that best can be perverted to the pain of others, to where we're taught the only way that we can be our very best is when we self-sacrifice for others. It's known as relationship bargaining. We don't even do it out loud. In the privacy of our own mind, we decide how we can be a martyr for someone else to be able to move forward in life. And if we're not doing that, we're doing the flip side of it, which is, who do we have to rescue? Who do we have to play savior to? And so we can bounce from those two extremes instead of saying, let me create a world of significance by being my very best and modeling for others how they have the freedom to create certainty in their own lives, because they can begin to count on themselves instead of handing their power away to other people, places, and things. And then we have the last level, the level of validation. And the level of validation can be experienced to where we were trying to be our best and optimize our feelings and learning how to count on ourselves, and someone felt threatened by it. Maybe they felt like they were one down because we were triggering what they haven't done with their life. Or maybe they felt like, who did we think we are? There's a lot of different reasons. But the message was always hold yourself back so I don't feel bad. And what we really wanted was love at this level. That is the ultimate validation. Love for who we are, but we were taught to settle for the crumbs of connection. Okay, so what's your anchor identity? Each of these has a wound. For certainty, there's abandonment. What we thought we could count on in life to give us that certainty went away. And now we continue to abandon ourselves. We can be great starters, but we don't finish. We don't follow through. We don't stay faithful to us. And then the next level up is rejection. This is where we take that abandonment when we were younger, and we're like, the reason why it happened was because of us. They rejected us for some reason. So we will find that we will reject any good that comes into our life because we're waiting for the other shoe to drop. We'll reject being able to receive from others because why bother? It's just going to leave anyway. Or maybe yours is the next level up, where unworthiness, you could never be good enough, or there was never enough. So whatever there was in life, it was going to be limited supply. So again, you're either going to have to sacrifice, and think of sacrifice this way when it's dysfunctional. I'm afraid that there's not enough air, so I'm going to hold my breath so you can breathe. So we'll hold ourselves back, or we'll find people to engage with that is not going to see our worthiness, or that the only way we can get it is by constantly rescuing them and getting them out of challenges. Can you begin to see the difference now between healing and being whole? Because maybe you addressed one of these areas. Well, just because you addressed it didn't mean you could move forward into the achievement of claiming the promises of what life has for you. Because the part of us that was wounded needs to be brought home, and they need to be nurtured and allowed to blossom and bloom into who they really are, or else they'll keep getting triggered by people, places, and things. And then the last one, validation. Whoo-wee, boy, this is where we can point the finger at everybody in our environment and go, you're not validating me, and you're not giving me what I want, and look at how you're holding me back. And when you seek this validation, you're doing it to keep yourself on their level, because you were taught to connect through problems instead of love through purpose, because that's one of your purposes in life. It's to love. It's to have joy. It's to have peace and patience and kindness and goodness and faithfulness and gentleness and self-control, because self-control leads to all of those. So what's your anchor identity? Where are you weak right now? And the reason why you're weak is because you're going by the bad beliefs that you accepted about this area of your life. What was modeled for you? By the way, if I can assist you with this, go to drewdawnferguson.com/2021 and you'll see what I'm talking about. See, your problems pick you based on where you're weak. But Where you are wounded holds your wealth. My dad broke my arm one time. And you know where that healed? It was actually the strongest part of my arm. But it wasn't until I healed my soul and I brought that part of me home that I no longer felt like I had to find all the bullies to go up against, where they were going to be Goliath and they were going to have to continually kick my butt. And so your problems pick you because you're actually programmed and conditioned to experience them. And I'm telling you that when you're whole, that will be your wealth, and there will be so much flowing through you that you will be able to bless others in the same way you've been blessed. So, until we get together again, start thinking about that weakness and what needs to be done to bring her home to heal and for you to be whole.